Welcome to DRX. In this demo, we'll show you a quick overview of our user interface and some basic functions of DRX. What you're looking at right now is our login screen. Put in your credentials and DRX will let you log right in. After you've logged in, the first thing you might want to do is figure out how to look up a patient profile. You can do that with a couple letters of the last name, a couple letters of the first name. Hit enter, and you'll see the profile with all the prescriptions and statuses. Hitting escape takes you back to the home screen. If you need to repeat a search, you can just click here and find the last patient you looked up. You can also look up patients by date of birth, and you can also look up patients by phone number as well. So very easy to look up patients and load profiles. DRX makes sure that this happens quickly, whether you have one patient or 10,000 patients, and whether those patients have 5 prescriptions filled in their history or 5,000 prescriptions filled in their history. So we do a lot of work to keep that snappy. So already you've learned how to look up a patient. Let's look at our workflow queues at the top. We have intake, sync, reject, etc. And these numbers all represent work we have to do in these queues. So the intake queue represents new electronic prescriptions that have been sent into your pharmacy. Let's select this one for James Mahoney and hit process. DRX automatically finds the correct patient, doctor, and drug and does all the data entry for you based on that electronic prescription. Once you have all the data entry done, hit the fill button and DRX will move on to the next step. Now let's look at a situation where you have a brand new patient. Let's take this one for Shelby Fleming. If DRX can't automatically find the patient, we can click the Add button to automatically load all the patient's demographics from that SureScript. We can add things like allergies, do eligibility checks, etc. And then we'll hit Save to quickly load this patient into the sale. With 2 clicks, we can have the doctor loaded as well, using the same data from SureScripts. By the way, if there's an allergy, DRX shows that to you right away at data entry and doesn't wait for you to get all the way through the filling process before we display that. Once your data entry is done, we can hit the fill button and you'll see the fill process over here. You can click on it to bring it back up and see the result of the claim adjudication. Now this prescription, since it has a paid claim, has made it into our print queue, and DRX divides the workflow into a print and a scan queue. So the print person will print labels and pull the drug. So we'll go ahead and hit print here and we'll go ahead and print that out. And then the next person will go into our scan queue, and the scan queue person is going to scan the label and then take the stock bottle that was pulled by the first person, and they'll scan it here to make sure that we have the correct item. Once those 2 things are completed, this is going to go into the verify queue for the pharmacist to do the final check. The pharmacist is going to click verify, take a look to make sure they have the right item, and then verify the patient, the doctor, the drug, including that allergy warning that we're seeing again. By the way, DRX does check for dose being correct, as well as drug interactions, therapy duplications, allergies, and many more things using our integration with First Data Bank. And the pharmacist will get through, do one last check to make sure the financials look good, and then we'll verify this prescription. Next is to go to the patient's profile and take a peek to see what this looks like. So now we have one prescription sitting in the waiting bin ready for pickup. We'll go to our integrated point of sale, scan the prescription. We'll have to put in the patient's date of birth. In this case, I'll overwrite it since I don't know it. And then we'll go through and say there's no questions for the pharmacist. We can put in a sale comment like who picked it up, for example, select cash as our payment, and collect a signature on our integrated pin pad or on an iPad or even via a webcam to snap a picture of a physical signature. Once that's done, we can go back to Shelby's profile. We'll see this prescription is now sold. If we click at the sale history, we can see the date and time it was sold. We can get a copy of the receipt, check out the signature, who sold it, and all of that. So you have a lot of assurances when something goes out the door that you have a record that it actually happened. So that was a quick overview of DRX. We hope you enjoyed it.